What's up, fam? Thanks for tuning in once again, or for the very first time. I'm Jasper the Filmy, and today I'm going to talk with you guys today about the new Fifine mic. This has been made to be a competitor to the Shure USB microphone that's on the market right now. I want to give you guys full disclosure. I was given this microphone and was paid to do a review on it, but I just want to let you know that I was given the full authorization to talk honestly about the capabilities of this microphone. So I'm not going to be an advocate just to say buy it, buy it, buy it. No, I'm going to tell you guys the true strengths and weaknesses of this microphone for those people that are trying to find a good microphone for their podcast, or if they're a voiceover artist or creative in the collective space altogether. Let's get into it. Just to keep a level of authenticity to you guys, this is the first time I've opened this box. So literally, you're gonna see the first experience I got straight out of the box. So let's take a look and see what we get here. So just opening this guy up, that slides off like so. And I believe it's called Fifine. I don't know if it's Fifine or Fifine, you know, or Fifine, I don't know. If somebody knows how to pronounce that, just put that in the comments for me. I would greatly appreciate that for sure. So it looks like we got what looks like a little bookmark in there and a little user's guide. I'm gonna keep that nearby just in case I need a little help. Let's see here. So this is the microphone. It's not a bad mic at all. Let's see here if I can get it out. Yeah, so as you can see, it's hard to get this baby out. Oh, it's because it's pretty deep. Okay, so here we go. So that's the microphone. Has its own pedestal, like so. That's a metal body. It has a pretty good feel to it. You know, feels pretty solid for the most part. So that's the mic there. Not quite sure what this is, but it looks important, so I'm gonna keep it nearby. Let's see here. Here's a little box of something. My guess is this will be some cables that are in here. Let's see here. If I can get it open. There we go. Yep, and this is like what I thought it would be. This is the cable. So it comes in a little white box. I don't know why I smelt the inside of it, but it smells pretty good, you know, just opening it up there. So that's the cable there. That plugs directly into the microphone, and that's the USB. So like I said, this was made to be a competitor to the Shure MV USB enabled microphone that's on the market right now. On the bottom, I'm gonna do a close up, but on the bottom, you got a plug in where you would plug this part of it into it like so. And then that's really it. And then after that, you just will plug it into the USB port of your computer and go into your digital audio workstation, your DAW, and that's pretty much that. Overall, the microphone has a powered system that once you plug it into your computer, it would be powered, because like right now, obviously there's no power going into it because it's not plugged into anything. There's a headphone volume control on there. And the port for your headphones is on the bottom, and I actually got some headphones, some studio monitors that I use a lot for my podcasting and other things that I think will go good into that. And then also too, there are actually 4 different audio patterns on there. So if you're trying to look for, you know, the uniqueness of those audio patterns, you have the cardioid pattern, the omni pattern, the bi-directional pattern, and the stereo pattern. So, you know, overall, you have a little bit of versatility in this mic, and I'm gonna test the sounds of that audio as well. Then there looks like there's to be a mute button on there, so if you want to mute it directly at the mic, you can mute it there. Like I said, getting it out the box, it feels pretty solid. You know, this is a good feeling microphone all together. So let's see what we can get out of this guy, shall we? All right, so here's the moment of truth. We're gonna go through and test the audio on this microphone. Now I have a MacBook, so what I'm going to do is run this through GarageBand just to keep it simple. basically, like I said, this is the experience that I've gotten straight out of the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into my USB. Obviously, I have the newer MacBook that has the Thunder, I want to call it Thunderbolt. I'm sorry, the USB-C port on the side of it. So as you can see, when I plugged it in, the green light came on, the microphone right there. So pretty much now, let's just see what we got here. Just to plug it in now. I want to see, first of all, if my computer recognized it as a USB microphone when I plugged it in, for starters. So I'm going to go into my sound here, and it looks like honestly it did not pick up off of the bat. Let's see here. Gotta look into the owner's manual here. Let's see here. Okay, so I got to go into the system preferences, go into sound, which is what I did, and let's see here. Check the input, which is what I did. All right, as a device for sound input.
A few minutes later.
Yeah, so I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Literally, I'm interested. It actually didn't pick up the microphone as soon as I plugged it into the computer. Let's see here.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
For some reason, it just isn't picking up the microphone. And obviously the mic is plugged in.
5 minutes later.
All right, so this is what happened. I ended up having to stop for a second and unplug it and plug it into a couple of USB ports. I don't know if it's a situation because I have a USB hub where it just didn't recognize off the bat. Because like I said, I have a MacBook with the USB-C ports on there, so I had to have a USB-C to USB hub on there. So I don't know if that was the cause, but I will note that actually I found a video on YouTube about the Fifine not necessarily registering off the bat when you're plugging it in, but now it's actually showing up onto my MacBook here. If you look at my screen, you see the Fifine K690 microphone USB. So now it's showing up. So like literally now I'm going to actually do some audio tests with it, because everything in the audio is coming in from the mic. Actually, you can even see the input levels on there as well. So let me just put in my headphones here to hear what's going on, and I can hear myself. Yeah, let's see here. So yeah, I can actually hear myself right now as I'm talking. So what I'm gonna do is actually see what I can do here with these audio levels right here to see you know, what we can do and what we can test. All right, so this is going to be the audio test right here, just running it through Zoom, like how I would do a traditional Zoom call if I wanted to do a live stream. Right now I have it on, which pattern do I have it on? I need to look at the pictures here. Like I said, there are 4 patterns to this microphone that you can listen to, and right now the pattern that I have this guy on is the bidirectional. So the way this is set up, the bidirectional pattern is made so if somebody's like on the other side, you can hear kind of like a V pointing towards the person on the front and a V pointing towards a person on the back, but on the sides it's not going to be that strong. So like right now I'm just click my fingers and you'll hear it slightly on the side, but it won't be that strong. So like literally, let's just do some audio checks here, you know, of me talking. So here we go. I'm gonna start from the right side of the mic and work my way to the left. Cash no checks, cash no checks, check 1 2, 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 cash no checks. So as you can see there's definitely on the sides, it's not really too much to worry about. Now I'm going to turn this around and flip it and do the same thing. So like literally, as you can see here, as I turn it, you're not going to hear much of an audio until I turn it back around. You're going to hear it back again. You see that there? So pretty much, you know, I'm going to turn it one more time and I'm going to keep on talking. And as I keep on talking, that's when I get outside of the actual audio zone. And then as soon as the audio zone comes back in, that's when you're going to hear it. So that is actually the bi-directional setting for this microphone. Pretty self-explanatory when you hear it all together. So now let's flip it over to the cardioid. This is going to be kind of ideal for the podcast. The bi-directional is going to be set up for if you have like a guest or so. But the cardioid is supposedly the quote-unquote best setting for this mic. So let's put it onto that. All right, so this is the cardioid mode right here, and this is going to be the tool that you would use for voiceovers, podcasts, for gaming, and so or whatnot. And this is, you know, ideal for when it's facing you, you know. So like even here, like something that I'm noticing, like I really got to get into this mic before I even get anything here now. You know, what I might just do is just turn the gain up a little bit. So I'm going to turn the gain up slightly so that I can get a little bit of room. And there we go. So that's the cardioid. You can hear a little bit of room in the back there. So same thing kind of applies. You know, I'm going to flip it around, just see what I get if I turn it on the other side here, and try to see if I can get some audio tests from it there. And it's actually, what's amazing is it's actually better on this direction here. So maybe this is the front direction, but this is the cardioid mode on here. So not really sure really where to so let's see here. Yeah, so this is the cardioid mode. So literally this is the supposedly the stronger mode on the microphone right here, and this is without post-processing or anything. You know, obviously you can go back and post and edit this audio, but this is the way it sounds, straight from the mic, straight going into the computer. So let's see here. The next mode I'm going to test is the omnidirectional. So the omnidirectional is going to be more just for, you know, a microphone picking up the sounds, probably something you would want to use if you're like, you know, out on the field and you're recording with the band and you just want to get some natural audio sound or so. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just play that real quick. So this is the omnidirectional. As you can see, it doesn't really have any preference, doesn't really highlight on anything. The cardioid really was kind of strong in the bass. It's something that just really stands out, as you could tell, altogether. So, you know, I'm just, you know, that's the way that sounds, and that's how that works here. And this is going to be kind of like if you're wanting to record like choir, or, you know, record like a guitar or something like that. And that's the last setting. So this is the stereo portion right here. So literally, you may not hear it right off the bat, but what I'm going to do, if you have headphones on, you probably can hear it perfectly, because I can hear it perfectly in mine, but literally even on your computer you probably can hear it perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pan from right to left so that you can hear it pan from right to left. So here we go. Cash, no checks, cash, no checks, check 1 2, 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 cash, no checks, cash, no checks, check 1 2, cash, no checks, check 1 2, cash, no checks, check 1 2. So yeah, as you can see, the audio pans from left to right when you're in the stereo mode. All right, so I'm back on the cardioid mode. As you can see, it's a little bit cleaner per se, you know, but overall, some of the strengths and weaknesses of this mic. So I will say one of the strengths of this mic is, like with the cardioid right here, you can definitely get some good bass tones out of this mic. You know, and this is not even with post-processing. This is straight from the microphone, straight into the computer, into a Zoom call. So this is the way it sounds. Not bad at all. You know, altogether has a pretty good, decent, you know, having the 4 different modes on it is also another strength. You know, this is competing against the Shure MV7. So obviously, you know, the Shure MV is going to be more focused towards the podcaster and the cardioid. But, you know, having those 4 patterns is pretty versatile. You can definitely play around with it. Another thing that I think makes this a pretty versatile mic is the simple fact that it has that stereo mode is pretty good, but also it does have, you know, the tools where you can actually switch it out and change it, you know, if you want to hang it. I didn't mention it earlier, but like on the sides here, you have the screws where you can screw it out, so you can have a hang above if you want to use the our adjustable arm to adjust it down or so on and whatnot. It doesn't come with that, but you can purchase one of those mounts altogether. I love the fact that I can plug my headphones directly into it. Now, some of the weaknesses of this mic, so literally it's no secret, the first weakness I would say, you know, was plugging it into the computer. I don't know if it was just a simple thing because I had a USB hub that made it where it just didn't pick up off the bat, but at the same time, you know, if there's a video out there on YouTube and it's made by Fifine by themselves, you know, about that, then that's a possibility that might be a known problem. I don't know, but that is definitely something to think about there. You know, another weakness is if this is competing against the Shure MV7, then we got to also think about the reality that the Shure MV7 is made to not only be good with the USB, but also with an XLR, and there's no XLR plug-in on the bottom there. You know, it's just straight USB, you know, on the bottom there, and having that XLR plug-in on the bottom makes it versatile, so you can, you know, plug it into a mixing board or plug it into a Zoom if you want to record external audio while you're doing a live stream, and you can't do that with this, you know. So, you know, that's, you know, obviously another difference. Slight thing, but it's not a big thing, you know. So this is the cardioid mode. Obviously this is going to be for the podcaster. So the Shure MV7, I don't have one right now, but I can tell you the Shure MV7 definitely has a little bit cleaner sound in the background. It's not a major thing, you know, and I notice it because I use these headphones. And by the way, I love these headphones, by the way, and I would recommend them to anybody. Like literally, these are made by Maono. Some surefire good headphones right here. If you are interested in those, they're not that expensive. I actually will add a link in the description of this video if you're interested in purchasing them. But I love these because you could they're really comfortable and they really feel good, but you could also hear the audio levels. And I can tell you, you know, the audio levels is slightly better with the Shure MV7. It's not a big thing, you know, especially if you're someone that's going to do, you know, the post-processing and you want to edit that audio. You can, you know, clean out that little audio in the background. But altogether, it's not a bad microphone at all. It's $99 right now on Amazon, and that surely beats the price of the Shure MV7. I mean, the Shure MV7 is retailing, I believe, at $250 right now, you know. But obviously, you know, almost double the price. So for $100, you got yourself a pretty decent mic. Like I said earlier, the body feels pretty good, you know. Aside from everything else, I think this would be a good mic if you're on that budget and you want to just have something that will just definitely jump in and get you started. You know, if you looked at any of my other videos in the past, you've seen things where I've showed you how to work with things on a budget, you know, and get the most out of that. But if you're, you know, someone that's not that technical and you just really want something you can plug and play, this mic would probably be it for you. You know, so overall, you know, we'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Definitely put them in the comment box of this video because your feedback really means a lot to me. If you did like this video, please do me a favor and just hit that like button for me, just to let YouTube know that you did like it. Also, if you would like to see more videos of product reviews on podcasting gear and filmmaking gear, hit that subscribe button, because every Friday I always upload videos on filmmaking and creative gear in the world that we love to work in. So until next time, guys, thank you for tuning in. Capture life and create visions.